on top of the Acropolis sits the Parthenon.
Parthenon.
Parthenon. You can't edit that out. That's good.
What's up everyone, it's me Banky and we're on Inside Vacations Treasure of Greece. Here with me is our tour director for the next 2 weeks, Erin. Say hello.
Hello, Kalispera from Athens.
So for the next 2 weeks we're going to be traveling with Inside Vacations and doing a big road trip around Greece. We're starting in Athens today, this morning, and after the first week we'll be island hopping, isn't that right?
That's right.
All right.
Mykonos and Santorini.
Yep, the two most iconic islands I think in Greece, you would say. Right now I want to introduce Erin a little bit though. Erin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe how long you've been with us?
Yeah, I've been working in tourism here in Greece for almost 10 years. I've been working with Inside a little bit less than that, but both in the hotels and as a travel director out in the field. I'm very happy to be taking you guys around the country. You know, we work back to back in the summer, so this is right in the middle of our season. And we have 2 weeks on the road, and we're going to be covering the entire country by land and by sea, actually. So you guys booked the best tour, in my opinion, Treasures of Greece.
Awesome, great. We're totally looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to learning more from Erin for the next 2 weeks. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go, and we're going to get on our way. We left Athens and we're on our way to Kalabaka, where we'll be spending the night with an included dinner. But on the way over there we had to stop here at Thermopylae and pay tribute to Leonidas. It's officially day 4 of our Treasures of Greece tour with Inside Vacations. We're back with Erin.
Hello.
And so yesterday officially started our Greek road trip. After Athens, we hit the road on the way to Kalabaka. And after the Leonidas monument, we had a couple comfort stops and made it to the hotel here at around 6:30, where dinner was included here at the hotel. And after dinner, we all got a chance to hit the town. And Erin, can you tell us a little bit about maybe where we are and Kalabaka and all that?
We're up in the northern part of Greece. We're in a town that's kind of a big mountain range called the Pindos mountain range. Effectively, it's like the last little finger of the Alps coming down all the way into Greece. And there are these incredible rock formations here that are the most unique sort of collection of rocks, Paleolithic rocks in all of Europe, actually in the whole continent. And on top of them, we had Christian pilgrims build monasteries in the 15th, 14th. Originally, they came in the 13th century AD, and now we have 6 remaining from 24. And they are very very interesting, whether you're a Christian or whether you are interested in geology or architecture. We visited the monasteries this morning. Actually, we got to see two, both a monastery and a convent, and we did some climbing, and we also went on a nature walk throughout the sort of in the local footpaths, and had a local lunch. And now everybody has free time to enjoy the pool, take a nap, take a walk. Check out the local atmosphere. There's only about 12,000 people living here, so it's a very friendly, unique place.
Yeah, and before we talk more about Meteora, what we did today, I want to say that the hotel that we're staying at is completely centrally located. You know, on the way over here, we saw a lot of other tour buses that were way outside of the main strip that we're actually on right here. Right. And if you walk out of this hotel, you make just a right turn, and you're literally on the main strip of the whole city, right?
Right,
I mean,
on the
we took a walk last night, and it was bustling and alive, and I mean, it was like a Wednesday or something, a Tuesday yesterday, and it was packed. And Meteora today was beautiful. You know, they were our local specialist today. She was saying Meteora means suspended in the air, right? And they got that name from being between heaven, or you know, the sky and Earth, basically.
And Earth, yeah.
Which you could, you know, when you're up there, you can obviously see why. And that's such a beautiful name. I have such an appreciation for that name now, that city. And this is why it's called Meteora. Being up there.
Yeah, it is. You know, they use the correct word, I think, to name it. Meteora is how they say it, and suspended in between there. And you see the way they built the monasteries, they're sort of striving to reach the heavens closer and closer and closer. They're on top of these pinnacles. It's unique. It's a sight to see for sure. You don't want to miss it while you're in Greece, and it's our first stop on the Treasures of Greece tour after Athens.
Yeah, I think it's very easy when people think of a Greek vacation. You know, they would think of the first things are like the archaeological sites, Zeus Temple, Olympia, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully this doesn't get overlooked by a lot of people. And the fun doesn't stop yet. Tonight we have an optional excursion for a traditional Greek meal, right?
Yeah, we're going to be driving south. Once we drive all the way up here, we have to explore the local towns a little bit more. We go somewhere that no other tour company takes anyone. It's a very, I won't say exclusive, but it's a very local experience. And we're going to visit the town of Trikala, which is the birthplace of the god of medicine. Asclepius, lots of interesting Greek words. A very ancient city, but a very, very normal town. We're going to be listening to live folk music. Having a meze style meal, which is appetizers that we'll share in between.
Like family style.
Like family style.
Well, thank you very much, Erin. That sounds like a great time. Also, before I forget, if you guys want to follow our awesome tour guide here, our tour director for Insight Vacations, you can follow her on Instagram at
Insight Erin.
And that's Erin with a
Erin with the E. It's an open page, so come look me up.
And
see what we do in Greece.
And don't forget to follow Affordable Tours on Instagram at Affordable Tours. tour director Erin here, and it's been a little bit since we've seen her, but she's been busy making sure our vacation has been going perfect, which it has. Just managing all the accommodations and the plans and the logistics of everything. Also accommodating to all of our needs. So thank you very much, Erin. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. It's my job.
So can you kind of give us a little recap of what we've been through, what we were doing, what we've done, where we are now?
Yeah, since we last talked, we were in Kalabaka, in the most northern city that we visit, and we're all the way down today in the island of beautiful Mykonos. So in the meantime, on our Treasures of Greece tour, we have gone from really north to south, almost as far as we go. We drove from Kalabaka down through the ancient city of Delphi, which we call the navel of the universe, so the center of the world, the ancient world. That's where we all got a chance to see the Temple of Apollo, and everybody asked the oracle a question about their lives.
Which actually I heard some pretty good stories at our farewell dinner the other night. Somebody actually had one of their questions answered, which is pretty incredible later that day.
We always say in Greece, when you put a question out to the world, out to the universe, you get a response. So we did some soul searching since we last talked. Then we made our way along the Corinthian Gulf and drove into the beautiful Peloponnese, and we visited the birthplace of the Olympic Games. We stayed in Olympia for 2 nights, and then drove all the way across the Peloponnese. We saw some incredible groves of olives, the Kalamata olives. You guys have heard of those before, I think. And we visited Mycenae and Nafplio. Mycenae is the stronghold of the Bronze Age civilization, so those people that went to the Trojan War.
Right. Nafplio was amazing. I think it was such a beautiful little town, and it was such a great stop to break everything up.
It's like Greece's little sweetheart, we say. It has everything you want: fortresses, boats, cobblestoned historic city center, and in the middle of wine country, so that helps too.
Important to note.
Yeah, important. Eventually we made our way back to Athens that same day, and we had our celebration dinner. For some of us, it was a farewell dinner as well. We said goodbye to about half of our group.
That's right. It was the end of our coach portion of the tour. So the group split up into a 3-day cruise, a 4-day cruise, and also what we're doing now, which is the island hopper portion, one of my personal highlights here that I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I think you made the right choice. We have so much ahead. We have, really 7 days to go in the islands, but it's a change of gear. It's a chance to give everyone some free time, some independence, and to, relax.
Yeah. And can you maybe touch up on what the biggest difference is going to be going forward? Today's the first day of the island hopper portion, but I understand that it's going to be very different than what we've been doing the past week, driving and, going, exploring through the ruins and everything like that.
Sure, absolutely. I think at Insight, our goal is to give everyone a nice foundation on the coach tour so that we have a more structured program. We have our local experts and the visits to the archaeological sites, and a lot of traveling to do on land. Once we get to the islands, we have to travel by sea. So we change mode of transportation. We use hydrofoils. And when we're here in the islands, we get around independently. We don't have our driver and our Insight coach, but we get a chance to use public transportation, shuttles, taxis if you like, and I'm always around to facilitate ideas, so I'm more like a traveling concierge in that sense.
Yeah, so it's much more laid back now, right? Starting now, it's kind of, I noticed we have, a couple included things here and there, but more or less we're able to make this portion of the vacation how we wanted to.
Sure.
But you're always going to be there to help plan the logistics.
Yeah.
And, as you can see, we got a little glow going on. It's glistening. It's hot. We're on the islands. It's beautiful. But I think we're gonna get ready and head out, and we'll get back to you guys in Santorini, and show you whatever adventures we have along the way.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye from us. We're going to town for sunset and drinks in Mykonos.
Bye. Is that the seagull, the famous seagull? Right here.
Yes. Yes, there is. this is Petros Tepelaki. You're seeing the biggest celebrity of Mykonos.
We are here back again with tour director Erin, and
Hello.
we are in beautiful Santorini Island after leaving Mykonos and taking the quick shuttle. Well, it was a quick maybe 2-hour boat ride over here to Santorini from Mykonos. And we are on the beautiful black sand beach in this beautiful cabana. The beaches here are completely black sand, but the water is see-through. And I'll let Erin tell you about that why in a minute. But so we're now winding down towards the end of our tour, Treasures of Greece with the Island Hopper with Inside Vacations. Tomorrow is actually we fly out back to Athens, and we'll be saying goodbye to everybody, our new family, our new friends that we met here for the past 2 weeks, and which, you know, we've really made lifelong relationships from this, thanks to Insight. But you know, Erin, maybe you can kind of just recap, give us a little refresher on what we've done the past 2 weeks here.
Sure. Hello everyone. I think it's true, lifelong relationships. This is always a bittersweet day for me too, because we spend 2 weeks of our lives together and we tie up in this beautiful place. We call it the Black Pearl of the Aegean. And all of a sudden we're on a flight to Athens and it's over, and it is a bit depressing. So tomorrow we fly home, which is nice because we would have approximately an 8-hour boat ride in front of us if we didn't fly back due to winds and things. So we take a nice Boeing, actually it's an Airbus, I believe, flight
It's a big plane.
big regular size plane.
And you just touched on a great point. You know, I think other lesser quality tour companies would have us on the boat usually back to the mainland, right? But tomorrow we're taking a nice flight.
Yeah.
And not even an early flight. It's an afternoon
flight.
Yep.
So we have the rest of the morning to kind of go pick up those last souvenirs and get into a little bit of, you know, shopping trouble, anyone who has last things to buy. But we are done tomorrow and back to Athens, and we have started in Athens. We've been there another time in between. It's our home base on this tour, but we have been all the way in the north to Meteora for 2 nights. We stopped in Delphi on the way. We came down to Olympia. We stayed there for another 2 nights through the Peloponnese. We stopped in Nafplio, Mycenae, the Corinth Canal. We came back to Athens. Then we took off the next morning and went to Mykonos for 3 nights and enjoyed Mykonos and all that the Island of the Winds has to offer. We're back down to Santorini, or not back, but down to Santorini for 3 more nights, and we saw the island by land, by sea, and tonight we have wine tasting ahead of us. So we're going to have one last toast together as a group on our optional excursion that takes us to one of the most awarded wineries in the country. And Ia for sunset, which is supposed to be the most beautiful sunset in the world, they say. Yeah, and then.
And what a way to kind of end the program tonight with a wine tasting, and then like you said, to Ia to see the blue domes, and the most beautiful, arguably, sunset in the world.
Yeah,
in the
that's
town
what
of
they
Ia.
say.
Yeah.
You'll be the judge.
Yeah.
You've seen a few, I think, by now. So.
And real quick, just a little rundown of Santorini. They call this the Black Pearl of the Aegean. Is that right?
They do, because it's shiny like a pearl, but black as night. It is an entirely volcanic island, so all of our beaches are volcanic matter. So
here you go.
Yeah, here we are on the black sand beach, which is basalt from underneath and various bits of lava. And the water temperature is warmer, so you can swim longer here. It's still refreshing today, isn't it?
Yes, it's beautiful.
You can swim longer, more months. We can come and enjoy the seas. We also have white and red sand beaches, but nothing normal on this island. Everything's a bit unique.
Yeah, and so like I said earlier, this is basically the end of our tour. We'll be having a last toast tonight, and tomorrow we fly out to Athens. We spend the night, and then everybody kind of departs the next morning. Or, you know, some people might have extended stays, post nights. We
have, in Greece, everybody has an individual transfer, so regardless of what time they're flying out, they all get, either a taxi or another size vehicle taking them exactly 3 hours before their flight time. So everyone's going to be nice and comfortable, even though we won't be leaving together. So.
Great. Well, we totally, on behalf of Affordable Tours and
Insight Vacation,
we hope you guys enjoyed following us along on the Treasures of Greece tour with Insight Vacations. Hope you guys found this video valuable. We hope you learned a lot from this video. And again, if you want to follow Erin, tour director Erin, on Instagram, you can find her at Erin Insight. You can follow Affordable Tours on Instagram at Affordable Tours, and you can kind of follow us around on our journeys around the world. And look forward to more videos to come. All right.
I hope to see you in Greece. Thank you.
Bye. Yassas.
Bye. Yassas.